Hey, how's it going? Adrienne Elise here. I just wanted to pop in and talk to you about what's going on in the stars right now. Welcome to the GAIA Daily for January 17th through the 21st. So we have been in this very strange time in between eclipses. It's always very strange, but we're having a particularly strange time in between eclipses because we've been having this wheel of time trying to move us into new energy, stuck in the middle stuff going on ever since September with Uranus in square to the nodes. So we're still feeling, once Uranus went direct at the beginning of the month on the 6th, we started feeling an accelerated energy of this. And we're just feeling all this juxtaposition, which has to do with the energy of the nodes of the moon. So because the Uranus has been square to the nodes of the moon, and the nodes of the moon are about our future and past karma, kind of how we're going to get to where we're going and what is holding us back from the past. So we've been kind of trying to jimmy the lock on this movement of energy into new energy, and then coming up against, of course, what is not moving. And we're feeling that a lot with this Capricorn energy. It just feels like so much Capricorn energy. And we are being held to the ground, held to reality, held to, have to face the music, kind of energy right now. And yet it's super spacey, and like things are really confusing because we've got this Jupiter square Neptune. So today we're starting to feel, or we have been feeling, but today is the exact when the sun is in conjunction with the south node of the moon. So even though the eclipse happens officially on the full moon on Monday, this is when we kind of move into the eclipse energy. We're moving into a tunnel, and we have been confused, and we have been kind of feeling maybe like a cumbersome energy with the earth, with 3D reality, kind of trying to muddle through. And and then this in-between feeling, right? And so we're really going to be feeling that over these next few days. And it's just a really important time, as much as you can, to try to claim that present moment. And in that present moment, claim the truth of who you really are, your true self, even if you don't know what that is, and you can't necessarily feel it, part of you does. And this is kind of all we can do right now. And it's the best thing we can do besides coming into vibrational alignment with the timeline that we want, the energy we want in our life. Of course, when we're in these strange times, in between time, vibrations and energetic frequency are really, really important. So it's not so important to know exactly what's going on right now. It's important to just hold tight to the truth that you know of why you came here, which you don't necessarily know, but you do know that there is some kind of reason somewhere, right? And that we're moving into something better and more beautiful for all of us. And you're here to lead the way for that. So you gotta kind of just be, just block out all of the confusion right now and be present in the moment as much as you can, even if it's just for a moment, just for a little minute. It's a weird thing right now because we're suspended in time with this in-between eclipses and the square to the nodes, but we're also, there's a quickening, right? You can kind of feel it. It's like something is trying to change. Some new energy is trying to come in, and yet it just feels like we're crucified in time and space, and we're going back and forth between multiple dimensional frequencies. And it's kind of like, because we have like third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, right? But we have all these micro dimensions in between, micro levels of consciousness. And it's like we're existing in multiple ones at the same time. And it just is weird. And so anyway, I just thought I'd talk to you about that. And, part of the energy here is that we've had the sun and Mercury both together in Capricorn, as well as Saturn and, Pluto. And so that means that Mercury and the sun have been taking turns coming up with powerful conjunctions, right? So that means 4 really intense conjunctions. And now we're coming up on the 4th, which is Mercury coming into conjunction with Pluto. And we're going to start, that happens on Saturday, but we're starting to feel that right now, and it's going to go right up through this this powerful total lunar eclipse that's happening on Monday, the 21st. So this time is so intense and so powerful because on the 19th, we have this exact of this Mercury conjunct Pluto, the fourth of this hammer coming down, the reality check, facing the music that our world has got to change. And we are coming up against the wall, you know, and that's in our personal life and in our collective life. And then also, but also today, or on Saturday, and we're starting to feel it, is this Venus trine Mars. And we talked about how this is our male and our female planet, you know, the duality within us. And these planets have been at odds all last year. They had 5 run-ins of oppositions and squares, all tension. And now it's time to reach across the table and to find some harmony between the parts of us within. And so really that speaks to heart chakra activation and a healing of the physical heart. And this makes sense with the North Node in Cancer for this total lunar eclipse. And it's interesting, it's like that blood red moon. Can we let that blood red moon be about our heart and about healing and opening and learning to love again in this world with this North Node in Cancer, speaking to how we don't get to go forward until we can value nurturing and understand the role of nurturing more, and maybe face the reality of that. You know, how many people are facing the reality of that with this Capricorn energy coming home and energies kind of feeling like they're stuck or working against you? You know, it brings up core issues around the other side of the zodiac, the Cancer energy of like, where are you not nurtured? Why aren't you nurturing yourself? Why can't you take care of yourself? You know, and of course we have Saturn, and Capricorn energy is like Chronos, it's like time. And so it's so weird right now because it feels like we're suspended in time in this weird tunnel in between eclipses, and this weird square to the nodes that's been going on and will continue. And then we've also got like, there isn't enough time. And it's like, oh my gosh, time is so weird. And yet there still isn't enough. You know, we're just in this, facing this delusion of this world that we live in. And for those of you who are aware on these other levels, it's like, gosh, how long does this have to go on? Why am I stuck in this soupy, lower vibrational, constant maintenance world? You know, when I want to be working up here. You know, and when we do make those leaps in our consciousness, it's not that we leave this dimension completely. What we are doing is we're moving in a lighter vibration with all the support and synchronicity and kind of feeling like we're held in this life, right? But right now, a lot of people and all of us are kind of being kind of pulled down into the reality check of the 3D world and kind of having to work there. You know, so it's a really interesting time because this whole year of 2019 is about infusing the earth energy with higher vibrational frequencies. And yet we aren't there yet. We haven't really, you know, we're trying to move into that. And so right now it just feels like heavy, lost, alone, confused, you know, and this is going to shift. Okay. So we're in the tunnel. There is a sparkle of light. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. But you're going to see it because this total lunar eclipse is at 0 degrees Leo, and Leo is a sign of the sun. It's a sign of shining our light. It's a sign of expression, and it's a sign of joy. And so when that full moon comes, that means that the sun has also moved into Aquarius, and Aquarius is like, whoa, let's take a step back here. Let's get a bigger perspective. Let's not get too lost in the earth, right? And so things are going to be lightening. Clarity will be coming, but it's still going to be weird. It's going to be a gradual lightening of energy and kind of a culmination of that on the new moon that happens February 4th, which signifies also Chinese New Year on February 5th. And so we'll be celebrating that as well. But I hope you can join me for this total lunar eclipse group soul session. And this is going to be Saturday the 19th as we have this incredible lineup of Mercury and Pluto and Venus trine Mars. And we have the sun conjunct the south node and in the middle of the tunnel towards this total lunar eclipse. So anyway, we're going to come together. We're going to reset our vibration. We're going to clear what we need to clear. This is a group intuitive session based on shared past life pictures and connecting with your soul group. you know, and using the energy of your soul group, because you guys are all here working on similar things, but you don't know that you're working together. And that helps so much. And so that's a big part of what these group soul group sessions are about. And so I hope you can join me. That's going to be Saturday the 19th at 12 noon Mountain Standard Time. And it's $20, and you can sign up. There's information in the box below to sign up. And if you can't make the live event, the energy is encoded, and your intention to join, because it's not something, this is an intuitive presentation, right? So if you have an intention to join, but you can't be there in the live session, you can sign up and then catch it whenever you can. And the questions, you know, the words will be there for you, and the questions will be answered, and the clearings will be available encoded into the recording. So I hope you can join me. And if not, I'd love to keep in touch with you as we move through this powerful year of 2019 together. So until next time, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.